I'm Steve Angrisano. I'm so very excited to be co-leading with my wife Jenny and with Father Leo a pilgrimage of prayer and praise to the Holy Land. And here we go. It's right upon us. And Father Leo, people have so many questions. What's our itinerary? What are we doing? Is it safe? All of these sorts of things. I'm just going to let you jump in a little bit because we've been. I know some of your answers, but I know they're good ones. So share with us.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't be going if it wasn't safe. That's number one. And we've always do our very best to make sure that people are cared for. And I've been doing this for over 20 years. And I got to just tell you that the Holy Land is one of the most peaceful places and the safest places where I've been. I mean, even around some cities in Baltimore, parts of the cities in Baltimore or parts of the United States, I feel less safe than I do over there, especially knowing that we're going as pilgrims and we will always be protected by God's grace.
And so, talk to me a little bit, Father Leo, about where we're going to go and what we're going to do. It's a journey. I have to say, I love working with Father Leo. We're a good team, and the music and the prayer. I don't know anyone who can give homilies the way you do along the way. And where is along the way? Because it really shows us the history of our faith, our salvation story. We see the life of Jesus. What are we going to see, and how are we going to get there?
Well, you use that phrase salvation history because that's what we're going to do. We're going to retrace the steps of salvation history from the Old Testament to the New Testament in that order. We're going to start in Amman, Jordan, and we're going to talk about the Old Testament wandering through the desert. And we're going to do that, obviously, in a luxury coach. So people will be very comfortable and air conditioned, and we have plenty of water. So we don't have to worry about camels or finding an oasis. And our hotels are going to be exquisite hotels. I mean, the price for something like this, you couldn't do a trip that we're going to do for the price that we're going to get, knowing that we're going to be covering your airfare, the tour guides who are experts, locals, and Christians, and the food. I pick all the restaurants. And so you're going to have a plethora of choices as we go from Jordan to Jerusalem, seeing the sights in the old city, Nazareth, the place where Jesus was incarnate, to Bethlehem, to where he was born, and then of course into the old city where we have the basically the enshrinement of Golgotha, and then we are going to have mass in the tomb of Jesus Christ. And then we're also going to make our way to the Sea of Galilee in the Galilee region, passing along the way to Jericho, the baptism site of Jesus, and we're going to have a retreat there. So this truly is going to be the whole Bible wrapped in these days of our pilgrimage, which is going to be September 13th through the 25th.
You know, Father Leo, I often say the hardest thing about being a Christian today is that we live 2,000 years and half a world away from where Jesus walked, where he lived, where it happened. It is life-changing to stand there and see it. It's life-changing to experience it with a little taste of what it was then, but also a little bit of taste of the flavor of Father Leo and Steve and the music and the joy of our group. We've always been one bus. That's a rule we set long before COVID, Father Leo and I, that we want this to be a group that experiences this together. I can't wait to experience it with you at September 13th. Is that right, Father Leo?
Yeah, September 13th, we fly out and then we will meet our guide and the bus and everybody else in Amman, Jordan. Again, one of the things about this is that people ask, is it safe? Yes, it is. What about COVID? That's a big question that people are asking. And so for this trip, obviously, we have to follow the State Department rules and the country of Jordan and the country of Israel as a state. And we respect their rules. And they do require that a vaccination be had before you arrive. And then there's going to be a PSR test. And we're going to be willing to do all of this because we want to get there. But it is going to be a peaceful experience. And why? Because I'm going to talk with you on a pastoral way about how we can be pilgrims, even if there are going to be some, I don't even call them challenges, but they're more like little speed bumps because we want everyone to be safe. But we were able to organize a beautiful itinerary where you're still going to see everything. And here's the best part. We're going and there's not going to be a lot of people there. So I can tell you that if you're waiting to try to go next year, Get ready for the crowds. We are going to have a very peaceful experience in these places that are normally incredibly busy because we're going at a perfect time of the year.
Absolutely. And I said this on the phone to someone who is signing up for our trip right now. And what you said just a moment ago, Father, that there might be a few extra challenges, but we'll have a great pilgrimage. And I would even say challenges are a part of pilgrimage.
Oh, yeah.
Trusting and journeying in faith are a part of pilgrimage. And I think if you decide to come with us, you're going to discover that those very crosses that we carry, the uncertainty that we may have, but we would never go anywhere that's not safe. We would never do anything that we're not supposed to do. And the reality is, what God does for you on a trip like this, with very few people around and the best tour guides in all of Israel and Jordan, and Father Leo's food, which is worth a trip for, I think you're going to discover it's a trip of a lifetime. And so I'm looking forward to being there. I hope you'll join us. I know we'll have an amazing experience.
And if you have any questions and want to talk with us about it, probably the best thing to do is to talk to the experts at Select International Tours. Give them a call at 800-842-4842, or just email selectinternationaltours.com, or reach out to Steve or myself. Again, we are so excited, especially after this crazy year, to get not only closer to our faith, but deeper into the scriptures and help us to understand what God's plan is for us. It's a pilgrimage, it's a retreat, it's a study in culture, it's a study in history, it's a study in architecture, and a true celebration. It's going to be fun and faithful.
Amen.